I was out there 2 days ago when I found that file center, and I'm gonna tell you, I think more fell off my nose than I have ever had in my life. Water coming off in bugs bites.
Well, was it in Goldsboro?
Huh?
Was it in Goldsboro?
No, actually, it was right up around, right probably like maybe 5-6 minutes that way to the woods. Yep.
Smithfield?
Yes.
Oh, well, there's somebody that claims they know where a dump is in Smithfield. They've been telling me that they know about it for the last year and a half, but I haven't tried to figure it out.
I'll be honest with you, there's 6 spots within a 10-minute walk from right here. And I mean fully loaded. And I'm talking about fully. Some, you'll see the old World War II, like cups I got, army cups. They ain't but 5-minute walk.
You just leave them outside? Oh, you don't mind if I make a video of it?
Do your thing, bud.
Yeah, that would have been a good one.
Out, the second one from the back corner.
Yeah, that one.
That's the only spot on there, right there at the top.
Yeah, it's too bad it's chipped, but.
Yep.
This didn't come out with the rest of these bottles, did it? Because
some of the blue ones, a couple insulators.
Because these are like 40s and 50s, but that one's like in 1912.
Okay.
So you said that you only found that one?
I got that one, yeah.
So that must be a dump that you could only find 1 bottle per day in?
And that was a surface find.
Surface find.
Yeah, so we're laying right on top of the ground, up under some leaves.
That's pretty lucky.
But I got all those, each bin's full.
Oh.
I mean full. There ain't nothing in there though, it's these right here. Cokes and...
Oh, well that's
got about
70s
30
bottles.
Coca-Colas over there in the side room at the motel too. And then got a Taylor jug.
That doesn't look like it was in the ground ever.
Nah, I found that one in the old building. Still sitting on the shelf. We didn't have a lid with it.
Yeah, that's probably pretty good. I don't really know about those kind of things though.
The guy told me with the lid, they run you about $1,500 with the lid. But he said the lid is a hard thing to find. That was the guy that did the little old road yard sales. He sells a lot of old cast iron stuff. He had 2 of them up there, but no lids. And he said that's what he's after the lid for.
Okay.
You want to look up here? Look up here too. See them little cups there? They came out over there that site too, where that Five Center came out. On the bottom of them, of course, you can see. That's on some of them down there had the little red farm, like hospital symbol. Little cross with the snakes going across it. Broken all the pieces down there too. Got my knife. Bottles. So a big one there.
Yeah, I actually have never found one
That's
like that.
the only one I've seen. Now I got 7. Probably about a 20-minute walk that way. About 7 of them that's busted all to pieces. The place is loaded with the ones with the roses on it. I mean, just loaded with it. But they're all busted.
I found a lot of them with roses, but they're just different than that.
See that on it too, see it?
Yeah, you can usually tell the date, but I can't really see a date code on that one.
That's what I did either. got some smaller ones the same as that with the roses too, but they're somewhere in these containers.
I didn't even notice this until just now.
Now that come out the ground.
It did?
Yes, it did.
It certainly is clean.
Me and my girl was digging right actually over here, not too far away, and that's where it come from. That and these two here come out the same spot. And one of those white coffee cups. A whole lot of blue in little small bottles in will too.
Yeah, anything that's cobalt blue is worth $2 to $5 generally.
Okay.
Okay, let's see what else you got.
I actually got that there out of the ground. The whole thing. I just knew it was broke, but it was not broke. It took us about 45 minutes to get the thing up with roots on top of it. All I had was this part, like a part, this section about that big. And I could get up my hand on. I was like, it's not broke. It's not moving. So we took our time, but we got it.
Let's see. Well, these
That's the
these
ones I was
Mountain
telling you.
Dews are pretty good. I haven't been able to sell any of them.
haven't?
I literally have been trying to sell those for like 5 or 6 years, and I heard they were good, but somehow nobody buys them.
Really? I figured they would still be in, you don't see them often, I don't.
Yeah. I guess.
Like I said, the Pepsi, the Coke, and the 2 Mountain Dews.
So those obviously were found inside of a building because they were
covered with a rug. The building was flat on the ground too. I was moving boards just hoping to find one bottle, and I'll run across all of them. Yep.
Yeah, that's...
I mean, they're perfect, like, just came out. And that there was in that same building.
That's interesting.
That was laying on the floor, right up on our baseboard.
I can't tell if it's antique or not, but...
That I don't have a clue.
That line in the middle is kind of unusual. It looks like it has something written on the bottom of it.
It's some 3 numbers that look like 697 or something.
But I would say it's at least... I don't know. It seems like it's from the 30s.
Okay.
But
I'm not
it's
sure
hard
either.
to tell.
2 years digging.
Okay, didn't you say you dig every place to Tarboro and back?
Tarboro ones are all down there in Tarboro. Now, I had a storage unit full of it, and I lost the whole storage unit. All my shark's teeth, I had containers like this full of great whites, megalodons, all that stuff got gone. Yes, it did. Payment supposed to went through. Supposed to went through for 2 months. The next month it cleared. They didn't get paid. They just a whole unit without even making me aware of it.
Really? I didn't think that was legal.
No, they did it.
I think,
Lancaster Storage, right there in Tarboro.
I thought they had to contact you several times over the course of several months, and
well, if they did try to contact me like they said they did, but it had to be going to an address that I had already changed in their system. But they're saying they sent it to that house, which if they did, that was on their own terms, because the computer, when she pulled it up, it was showing where I was now. So
so there was a bunch of bottles that got taken away?
Oh man, the bottles is unreal what I had over there.
Did they auction them off, or did they just throw them away?
They're saying they disposed of them. I know they didn't dispose of them the way they're saying they did. Not all, I mean, containers, 5 containers I know had nice, great whites this big, megalodon as big as my hand. I've actually got on Facebook, my page, some of the pictures of the stuff. Vertebrae this big, whale inner ears, sonar ears, all that stuff was in there. I mean, cause half the unit was nothing but for sharks and whales and stuff like that. And Indian artifacts. My airheads, oh my lord, the pots, the grinding bowls. I had over 40 grinding bowls. I've been doing it since I was like 16.
And you had it all in the storage unit?
All in the storage unit when I came up here.
Oh man.
Yep. I've got pictures where I'd go in one day and I had over 40 airheads. Because I knew the places to go. I know a lot of farmers down that way. So I've been friends with all of them. I've been farming my whole life.
Well, that's something I could get into again. I used to be into arrowhead hunting big time, but that was like 40 years ago.
Okay. But I know some spots in the creek you would love then. You go down in the water about this deep, one little deep hole, like I told you, it's about big as your shop area. That's the only spot. You go 10 foot this way, 10 foot that way on each side, nothing. You will not find anything. You go down there, what I did was I took a pitchfork and I made a basket with little small holes, metal mesh for like on your grill. I made a little metal basket, and I go down there like this, and I just take my hand, and all the pebbles and gravel and all that stuff, and sand, I do this, I shake it at the bottom as I'm coming up. I stand
You're talking
up,
about shark's teeth and not arrowheads, aren't you?
Arrowheads and shark's teeth. They're all together in that hole. I mean, that's where I found the spirit stone, the story stone. She found a pipe right above me, right there on the bank. Where is that? The whole pipe was laying right on, a clay pipe was laying right there. Yeah. Everything's coming out of that hole. And I don't know how, it's right there near a bridge in a creek. It's unreal. People have been fishing and all over there for God knows years. Nobody knows, but they're sitting there fishing over top of it.
There's got to be a few bottles in there too, right?
Oh, there's a lot of bottles in the bottom of it. Lots of bottles. Broken ones, good God. But there's a lot of holes in there too. Especially soda bottles and stuff. Cork top medicine bottles.
Yeah, I've seen a video of some guys scuba diving over there and found some pretty good bottles in there.
Yep. Now, where they're scuba diving at, you're not too far from it, but you're about a mile or so away. I know exactly where you're talking about.
But that's like 3 miles from the city of Tarboro, isn't it?
Actually, this one, yeah, that's about 2 miles.
So I don't.
There's a little bridge up there.
Yeah, I always look for dumps close to town. I never expect there to be a dump miles away from town.
Yeah, there's all the sea ice comes from the farmers. All the farmers took all their garbage from the farm, all their houses, went to the edge of the woods. And if they have one that would drop off onto a little ravine, that's where their stuff went. They won't carry it into town. They carry right back there and they open it up later. And they fill the hole up, the little cliff, going down to mostly waterways, creeks. They will pull it beside the creek for a year, 2 years. Then they push it up on top of it. That's how I found most of my stuff.
Oh, well, that would explain why you got so much modern stuff.
Yeah, it's
because I always look in those places and I always find that there's very few bottles from 1900 to 1925.
Now, if you keep going down, that's one of the ones where if you go down, you're going to have a mixture until you go so deep. And when you get to that bottom of it, that's where you go see all that year, the old that you're looking for. They can be at the very, very bottom. And you'd be surprised at the little gadgets and stuff that are still intact with labels on it because they are in the bottom in trash bags. The trash bags make them last so much longer. Trash
bags didn't even come out till 1975 or something.
Bags, when you grab them, it's just crumpled, okay? But when you're digging, it's clear plastic. I don't know if it's plastic, trash bags, but it's everywhere down there. Where the old bottles, the medicine bottles are, it's just clear plastic and like shreds. I figured it was trash bags. It's got to be some kind of plastic they used of some kind.
Okay, I remember finding these. The very first dump I ever dug in, I found one of these and I was excited, and that was like 35 years ago. Now these are like more than twice as old.
Yep, I'm just finding them right here. That spot right behind this building. Now I've got a spot I just found. My girl is actually from Newton Grove. Now you know where that's at?
Yeah, I know where that is.
You talking about bottles? Now that's where some bottles are at.
Really?
There's nobody out there digging bottles.
Because Newton Grove isn't even a town, really.
Oh my God, we stopped at her dad's. We walked. Abe is across the street. He runs a little the land for the farmer. We cut through that farm before we got 2 or 3 acres over. And it's from her dad. We just ran that bit through there before. We're doing another surface site. We done picked up 42 bottles. And all of them were blue bottles, soda bottles, that patio, stuff like that. Some of those, but they're broke.
So are those bottles not here as well?
No, they're not here. They're their dad's. Yep. And we got some here over there, brown jugs like this. They're bigger. We got some of those over there too.
Yeah, the gallon-sized ones are decent, but I generally don't keep screw-top jugs of Clorox because there's just so many millions of them.
Yeah, I've just been collecting them, just whatever. Now, a lot of them are still where we dig them at. We don't keep a lot of them. A lot of them we just got them sitting out there in a pile. We cover up the leaves. That's about it.
Well, I guess we got a lot in common because I used to be obsessed with fishing too.
That's all I do.
I mean, I was totally obsessed with arrowhead hunting and fishing back in like 1980 to 85.
That's me up and down. That's all I ever do. When I got free time, I was in the fields, and if we wanted to field, or I was in the field fishing and doing that at the same time. While pond hopping to the river or wherever I got to get to.
So, do you have a fishing license?
I do got a fishing license.
Do you got one? Supposedly, you can get a free fishing license if you are on food stamps.
Yep, that's where I got mine now. I just got it. It's crazy.
Yeah,
people out here that work a full-time job and pay their rent on, but yeah, they get the full base income, food stamps. I don't understand it either, but that's how it works. It's weird.
Oh, so these came from multiple sources?
No, just that same place, just over time. You know, 2 or 3 different spots where stores come out. And 3 different times they have records in there.
It's from the storage unit?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So you go there every week?
I go there probably when I can, yeah. If I ain't bottle digging or something, I'll swing by there on the way back out the door, go right at afternoon, early afternoon.
I don't understand why they don't just auction off the stuff, because I thought all storage units did that.
For some reason, that one throws away 90% of the stuff. They like the big furniture stuff. I mean,
so they keep some of it for themselves and they throw.
They sell it. I believe they got homes they sell too. You know, they're a realtor company as well. I think they put some of the stuff into the homes to look when people coming in buying the homes. Is what I think they do with some of the stuff. Because a lot of the furniture is old antique furniture. When they throw some away, it's that well-built stuff. I mean, it's nice stuff. Jerry Butler, Stephen Wolf.
Well, this is.
Look at that.
That's more early 70s. I'm not really not familiar with the early 70s.
Is this a signature or is that what?
Well, I wouldn't think it would be, because I would think they would make it 4 times bigger.
That's what I'm thinking too. Why would that William T. Bellamy be right there on top?
Well, a lot of people put their names on the record, so if they lend it to somebody, then they are more likely to get it back.
Name, Rick James.
Well, they're pretty rough condition, but
yeah.
I guess for free then.
Genesis.
Okay, now that one I'm a little familiar with. Foreigner.
Jungle Brothers. There's Motown.
Well,
see, some of them are like that. Some of them look fairly, most of these, like I say, you separate them 3 different times. They're together, stacks of them.
Oh, well, now I can understand why they maybe threw them away, because they're such rough condition.
And there's some in here we're about to get to in a minute. Look.
Yeah, I kind of know who she is. Country Music by a Black Guy. I don't know who that is.
You never heard Charlie Pride?
No?
How about Waylon Jennings?
Yeah, Dukes of Hazzard.
Right, there's another one in here. I know you're going to check it out. Steppenwolf.
Looks like a 1970 era. I know a little bit about them.
I swear, I think it's the guy Steve Urkel, ain't it?
Close.
It doesn't like it, don't it?
Yeah, I'm getting sunburnt out here.
Yeah, I'm telling you, I've been in all day. Been trying to get this and working too.
If I had known I was going to be outside for half an hour, I would have brought my hat.
Got a live crew. Hold on, I'll show you. There's Prince.
Yeah, I know who Prince is.
Wow. What's that name? Yeah. back home. This is the one here. It's a soundtrack for the movie Wings Over America, and they signed the front of it. These are actually, I cannot find one of the names, but the other one was somebody we looked at was dealing with the movie. Cover's pretty good. There's Led Zeppelin.
Okay, now that is the best one you got. And that's the second best one you got.
Merle Haggard. Bad Company. Terry Bradshaw. You know he done country singing? I think that's why he went to football.
Okay, yeah, I know. I was about to say he was a football player. But
yep. And I did not know that. There you look at Molly Hatchet. Well, it was supposed to be in here somewhere. I didn't pass it. Oh, that was,
somebody
it
stole
might have been that one I was thinking. I think I got an Iron Maiden too somewhere.
This is a similar design, but
yeah, there's another Iron Maiden in somewhere. I thought it was in here. This stack might be in the stack in the store.
okay, you need some Black Sabbath, AC/DC, and Van Halen.
They have the whole group. I have got crystal bowls and all that stuff, glasses. I have got more Coca-Cola bottles, old shelves of them. Got stuff all over there too. About where you parked at.
You got multiple rooms here.
I got one. It's a little storage room on the side here to go in there and display. I was trying to go through my bottles, and I was putting them on shelves, but I didn't have time to go through them all, so I just took them out while some of them are still up there.
Okay, well, I would be interested in buying some of these records, but I don't know, I get the impression that you are asking some extraordinary prices.
No, it ain't nothing. Now, the prices you see up there is the only thing that we've looked and we found. Somebody's asking, say, like one of them was what, $30 right there or something? Well, one of them was like that right there. This is the one that we found. It ain't the cheapest, but it's the one above the cheapest price. That's just, we were just writing out for ourselves, me and my girl.
I have that one in my store, my antique shop, in near mint condition for like $12, and it's still there after a year. So
really? And see, on eBay and online at different sites, they're just saying eBay, but that's where we find. That's where we find the prices.
Okay, well, I priced my records by looking at eBay and comparing the condition of them. That's how I got all the prices for my records.
Okay.
And I don't understand how you could come up with that price off of eBay.
But that's when we found this all together off of one site. I don't remember what site it were. We were just looking through all kinds of sites.
Even if it was on eBay, well, maybe since you look on your phone, you're looking at current auctions. Well, I only look at completed auctions.
Okay. Yeah,
because that's how you get the real value, is how much they actually sell for.
Because see, what I'm seeing, everything we look at is mainly still for sale now.
Yeah, so people tend to ask crazy prices.
Oh man, some people were asking. One of them was like $100, $200 for it. You know, people put stupid prices up there too, and they let them put it up there. I don't know why they do that, but they do.
Interesting magazines. Okay, I'm going to show you what I purchased at this place. I spent 2 hours with this guy, but socializing is a good thing. So, Led Zeppelin's first album, I really like that, so I think I'm going to keep this one. And I've already priced these. I looked them up on eBay's completed auctions, not the current auctions. You know, you have to look at the completed auctions and compare the condition with the one you have. But there was a few of these that actually sold for even more than this. But since the cover is stained, I decided to put a lesser price on it. But still, I was surprised it was worth $17. And this one is generally about a $12 album. But I only put $8 on it because the condition is just not that good. And Bad Company. It's also a very popular album. $17 is what this one's averaging. And lastly, the Fandango album by ZZ Top. I only put $6 on that. I was surprised how cheap that was. I mean, these don't actually have much value. $10 is about the in-condition price. Okay, here's what else I got. I don't know what this is, but I think it's a Russian medal. I only paid $3 for it, so hopefully I'll be able to sell it for 10 or 12. Then I bought this dog figurine just because I liked the look of it. It was fairly good quality. So I paid, I think I paid $3 for that as well, maybe $4. Okay, I bought this as well. I don't know if this is uranium glass. I didn't have a black light with me. I ordered one off of eBay about 10 days ago and it still hasn't shown up. I'm starting to think it got lost in the mail. But anyway, I think I only paid $4 for this as well. He had a number of brass items. I thought the quality of this one looked pretty good. It's got a nice ring ability. So I think I paid $5 for that. Okay, I bought this. It's a bookend. Obviously, it's very heavy. It weighs probably close to 2 pounds. But he only had one of them. So I reluctantly bought it anyway because it's a nice looking piece. I had a number of insulators and I just bought the oldest, nicest condition one I could find. I paid $3 for this. Okay, I bought a couple of debossed Dr. Peppers just because they were in really nice condition. And they both have town names on the bottom. One is from Raleigh and one is from Polkton. And this one is filthy, as you can see. Haven't washed it yet. But I bought this one because it's a White House Vinegar Company product bottle. It's a fairly scarce design. I think I only paid $3 for that. Okay, got a couple of indoor finds. Mountain Dew in the 2-liter size from about 1977. These are pretty popular, or at least they were a couple years ago. They would sell for about $80 or $90. But I have had a very hard time selling any in the last couple years. And I got a second one. This one is in better condition. This one's sparkling mint with no caseware. That other one I paid $10 for, and this one I paid $12 for. Okay, now this is a local milk bottle from a few miles from where I live. It's got the NC approved on the neck. And it says Booker's, which I generally don't like bottles that just have one word without a city name or a state listed. But I definitely know for a fact that this is from Smithfield, North Carolina. I paid $10 for this, but I definitely can get $25. Last but not least, a giant, heavy 2-liter Coke bottle with a wider top than those other ones. I paid, I think I paid $7 for this one. And I got to keep this wooden crate. I don't even know if this is vintage. I'm starting to think he might have found this one in an old house that was from 30 years ago. Because I don't think you can go behind one of these stores and get these wooden crates nowadays. Okay, I got this one postcard only. It's just got a nice image on it. I gave him $1 for it. And with a title like that, I had to buy this one. Dangers of Petting. I think I paid $2 for this. Well, that's it. More to add to my hoard. Yeah, I'm sort of a hoarder, but I always say it's the fault of the government for ruining the economy. We've been in a recession 28 years out of the last 32 years, in my opinion, anyway. So, I'm not going to sell my stuff cheap because of the government's mess-ups. But that's enough political talk for now. See you next week.